on with my car and my son, and this police harassment. There are three entities that we know of: Par Lumber, Cato Living, and the police. They conspired together to get us off of this corner that we parked on. We parked on this corner because it was well lit up in a nice area, and there was cameras everywhere, and people liked us. We made friends. We made relationships with people. I would put a sign out on my vehicle and ask people what my need is, and they would provide it. So that's why we parked there. Now, they wanted to make something out of it, okay? They couldn't figure out why we were parking there every night. We just parked there at night. Most of the time we were gone. If it rained, we stayed there all day practically. But most of the time we came and went, came and went, came and went on a daily basis, okay? And that was our parking space, our safe space for the night. And the police and the manager of Cato Living and Par Lumber all got together and made this enormous complaint about us being there and why we were there. And they tried to claim that we were sexually harassing or pursuing somebody or stalking or something like that, when in fact nothing like that was going on. Okay, uh, for that matter, members of Par Lumber Company, in the late in the evening and early in the morning, would come there very early, around 5, and wait for the trucks to show up. And they made so much noise that they woke everybody up in the neighborhood. And that's when this one particular young woman would get up out of her bed and throw her curtains open. Now, we couldn't see her from where we were, okay? We couldn't see her. But they could see her on the roof. And these two guys from Par Lumber Company, and these two guys are the ones who were driving the complaint with the cops to get us out of the area, because they were doing exactly what they were saying, thinking that we were doing, which was false. And they also said that we took hundreds of photographs and dozens of videos of women in undress in their apartments, and they were in our cameras and in our computers. So that's why they stole our entire amount of cars. They found nothing, of course, not a damn thing. They also accused us of burglarizing cars in the area when we were the victim of car burglary 3 times. One time our window got smashed on our front window. So
And there's a police call for that.
and there's a police call for that. Okay. Uh, so so we decided we were going to try and catch these people that were doing all these burglaries in the area. And there's been a lot of them. So we went and got our equipment, our computers, our cameras, and so forth and so on, our charging units and so forth and so on. And we attempted to find these people, with binoculars and a telescope and a telescopic lens on the camera. So now they still have our vehicle. No charges have been bought. Nobody's been arrested. Nobody has been given any paperwork, appear in court at such and such a date on such and such a time, blah, 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 with the charges on it. Nothing. They just have my car. And when I called the detectives up this morning, Kelly told me that because my car was involved in a crime, there's been no crime. What crime?
No day in court.
They haven't even mentioned serving anybody with papers to appear in court for a crime allegedly that they allegedly committed, when this stalking thing, it's just outrageous and ridiculous. uh, they have no evidence whatsoever.
They
They
don't have
thought
they have no
they had a ton of evidence in our computers, but they found nothing.
they don't have a victim even.
I don't even believe they have a victim. Okay.
It's just some BS.
It's just a couple of people and the cops, a three-way conspiracy. That's why I filed in U.S. District Court. I'm going to sue Cato and Par Lumber Company for their employees that go up on the roof and watch the girl undress. We can't see her from down below, but those Par Lumber Company employees that go up on the roof, that's what they do. They go up there and watch the girls undress in their windows. So they were accusing us of doing what they're doing. So now, the video before this one where my son is in this big argument with the cop. This cop had been stalking us prior for a week, going to Starbucks where we go every morning and sitting there watching us, calling up a parking patrol person and getting us a ticket, and then he comes in to where we are. The audacity of this guy to invade our space. And he did it because we went downtown and invaded the cop space and made complaints downtown. So they come up to Starbucks, and my son told the cop that he wasn't wanted in there. That the cops made him feel uncomfortable in there while he was relaxing. Especially this particular cop, a little skinny, dark-looking dude with the dark eyes and the dark uniform. That guy is a pervert. And he does drugs. He's the one who conspired with Detective Brown and the other two people from Par Lumber and from Cato. Cato's going to get sued by us. We're going to drag their ass in court and make them tell what they know about it in the federal court. So that's what's going on, folks. Right now, currently, you can see, pan around a little bit, Norman. You can see what our situation is like. Here, look outside the sidewalk. Now, I'm 78 years old. Okay, I'm 78 years old, and I am severely ill. And these cops put me out on the street like this by taking my vehicle. They have no right to take my vehicle.
So when you called up, tell them what they did to
So when I called up, Detective Brown is no longer in that division of the detective division where he was. He's no longer there. I talked to a guy named Kelly who doesn't seem to know what the hell's going on because he claims that someone was served a warrant for an arrest when in fact it wasn't a warrant for anybody's arrest. It was a warrant for my car. Even though I'm not, there's no way I could be involved in this.
He just kept saying he's going to look good driving our car around as a drug dealer.
Yeah, he wanted to take the car, and it's on his camera that he had on it, and the other officers too. He said it on their cameras too, that he was going to confiscate the vehicle, and that looks like that's what they're trying to do because no charges have been brought. He received no papers in court. Okay, no receipt has been given to us. This is an illegal confiscation of my property.
So here,
and what they did by putting me out here, that's even more egregious. I'm going to sue them for pain and suffering as well.
So here we're accusing them of being robbed. So they move him from one division to the robbery division so he can investigate his own crime.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. In any event, folks, that's what's going on now currently. And believe me when I say this, as a 78-year-old disabled person, let me tell you how absolutely excruciating it is since February living like this in extreme cold.
It shaves years off you doing this just for months.
I mean, I can't walk. I have very little strength, and had it not been for my son being with me here, these folks wouldn't care if I died right here with nobody to take care of me. They would just soon take my son and put him in jail and leave me right where I am. And it would be illegal for them to do that, but they would do it. because they've lost their humanity. These people, who does that to a 78-year-old man who can't care for himself and who's dependent on another adult? Who does that to an old man? Puts him out on the street to sleep. And who lets that happen? What kind of government do we have that lets that happen? Either. Now, admittedly, sometimes our behavior is a little erratic, and sometimes, and that's understandable. But also, listen here. We just lost everything to the police. Okay? Without there being any charges given to us, or no arrest, or no anything, no receipt,
Day in court.
no day in court.
Can't get any of our medications or property.
I can't get my legal papers. I can't get my computers, my cameras, nothing. Our food, everything. They took everything. Water, food, stove, everything, and left us with nothing to survive out here with nothing. That's what they did. That's the police department doing that. They haven't learned anything from last year. See, they're still at their dirty work, man. They're still doing their dirty work on people. This is a low down, dirty, no good thing to do to an old man. I know you folks out there on YouTube land have seen lots of videos like this, no doubt. They're happening more and more. We need to put a stop to this kind of crap. We need accountability. And there is none here. Nobody is accountable for what property they took from us.
You can't even go to internal affairs without going through a review board that's just bogus with people behind it
Anyway,
lying.
I thought I would explain to you. And this girl that they're talking about, I don't even know if they're talking about her because
It
my
just
son,
stopped. Okay, go on.
my son had a kind of a small friendship with a woman. He met her and helped her carry her furniture out of her vehicle so it could go upstairs into her apartment. He met her, they introduced each other, and after that...
Hold on. Hey, Drader, I just got your message. Why do you want to know where we live and are sleeping? Explain that to me, and then maybe I'll answer.
Anyways, where was I? Anyways, the whole thing is we haven't done anything to anybody, and nobody intentionally stalked anybody, and there hasn't been any papers served on anybody. Nobody gave us any paperwork saying, "Hey, stop doing this." Nothing.
So
They just come and take your shit.
Drader says that he's been following us for years, but he wants to know where we're sleeping on the streets in a tent.
Yeah, tell him that.
I remember when you guys were sleeping in an RV, yeah, and
They
they
stole
take
on
that
us.
and they take everything on us. We just keep getting kicked around. Drader, if you're out there, talk to Drader.
Yeah, hey, listen, I know you know what we're talking about. This is a constant fight to have accountability for the vicious personal things that cops do to people. They're not supposed to be doing personal shit to people because of their personal feelings. Okay, that's my whole thing here. That's what this is. This is personal because of I've always had a site where I put cop videos. They don't like it, and this is how they get back at me.
Well,
It's not when they arrest you and jack you around. It's the process that punishes you. The process.
shit, I just forgot what he said. He just said something.
Well, ask him what he said.
Oh, our old videos. Yeah. Shit, they took my computer. And they're trying to
Okay.
search for shit in my computer, and there's nothing in my computers, Drake.
We don't do shit like that.
Yeah, we did. I
See,
still
the-
have some,
The
but
thing is, we're not drug addicts, okay? So they don't have a handle on us.
it all got eaten up by the corporations. We don't have the ability to do the business anymore. And because we didn't have land, we constantly got our property stolen and our tools stolen, and I'm without tools even now, and all of my vehicles that I use to transport. So that's what's going on with me, Drader. My business is fucked. I don't know if I can say that community guidelines, but that's the fact. Nice having you talk to us and all, Drader. Thanks for following us. You done, Dad?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you on the next video.
No, Drader, there was no prison term. Sorry, that's somebody else. Wasn't in prison for any time at all. I don't know where you got that. I was in prison shit, but neither one of us have been in prison. I have a 0 record. I have nothing on my record. I have no marks on my driving. I have perfect driving record. No, I've never been pulled over. I'm insured.
Never gave a ticket.
Never been given a ticket. I have a perfect record, man. I don't know where you get that shit. So,
That's rumors that people spread. To
okay, he says.
to kill-
Okay.
to kill somebody's reputation.
All right. So, anyways, you have a nice day, Drader. Nice hearing from you. We're gonna kill this. Good night. Okay. You don't know where you got that. That's cool.